Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for dropping by. Today's lesson is going to be on the major arpeggios, and then following that is going to be the minor arpeggios. I kind of broke them up into two different groups so it'll be a little bit easier to understand. So again, this is not so much a lesson, but just kind of showing you how to play those arpeggios, and lots of uses for them, you know, bouncing in and out of like some of your pentatonic scales and your lead parts. So let's just jump right into this. So we're going to start off with C, and we're going to just go around the circle of fourths, and I'll show you how that works. So it's good if you can try to review all the chords that we went through. I'll do like the first three chords, but you want to go through and review all the chord shapes, the triad inversions, and all that kind of stuff. It will help you with this. Okay, so first is C. So we're going to start off with doing our three shapes. Okay, we had this one here, the A shape, and we have, okay, and then we had this one up here, the eagle claw, which I call it. I'll put this down here. I don't know if that light is like glaring on my guitar neck. That might be annoying. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, so so it's good for you to do those shapes, and the arpeggio sometimes will help too, just so you can kind of see how this fits. But the first shape, and you're going to see that they're all pretty much there's kind of like two different shapes really, depending on whether you go from the A string or the E string. So, and you'll see that. So the first one is C. See how that kind of follows, you know. And then if you think of this shape, this little C shaper, and then if you do this, so you can kind of see how I just followed those shapes. Okay, so that's your C, and then we're going to go around in the circle of, we're going to do like the circle of fourths. So our next one's going to be the F. Okay, and so, okay, now this one's different since we started on the E string. Let me do that for you again. So now the trick to this one here, to kind of keep you from getting lost on it, and if you practice these a lot, and then along with the arpeggios, it does kind of come naturally. But you know, sometimes you're not practicing these all the time. Okay, so so when you start here on this F shape, a good thing to look for is notice that your pinky is right here on the 8th fret. So you're going to be going to, when you go through this, you're basically running through this eagle claw chord, and then your first finger is going to go to that same fret that your pinky was on. You're still on the 8th fret, and that's just a matter of reaching up here to your F, and then you're just going back down the scale. So that will kind of help keep you straight on that, on where to go with the pinky. Like I said, it'll come pretty natural to you after a while. Okay, so now we're going to go B flat. So here's our three B flat chords. Okay, so now we're starting on the A string, so we're going to have that other scale shape. Okay, so okay, so this is pretty good at like you have to really see your notes when you're doing this. You know, you're looking for your B flat right here. Okay, there's the B flat, there's a B flat, and then this B flat here on your B strings. This is B flat. Okay. Now we're going to do E flat, which is going to be here. So here's our 3 E flat chords. Okay, so we're going to still have the same kind of deal on this. Oops. This one is kind of hard to see. So that's the flat. It gets kind of confusing in between when you're doing the flats. Okay, so now we're going to do A flat. So here's our 3 A flat chords. See, and that's what makes this whole Johnny Smith method so nice, is because you have all these chords. You know, we've done all these chords and all the scales that go with them. And then you have all the arpeggios that go with them, and then now we're having the you have the scales, the triad inversions, and now we have the arpeggios, both minor and major. Okay, so once you learn this, it's like it gives like a lot of information at your fingertips. Okay, so let's do this. So now we're going to have. See, that's the same as that other shape was. I don't think you need to see my picking hand. Let me see if I can point this down. I'm just doing alternate picking. So I guess this is really more than a lesson. It's just more of just kind of learning these drills, but really important though to do that. It's like I think from what I've heard, from watching other really super good musicians, like a lot of the really top musicians, they spend like a lot of time doing this kind of stuff, and just kind of stuff that's maybe not as exciting as it could be, but it does pay off. It's like it's so cool. Okay, so next one is going to be the D flat. Here's our 3 chords. Okay, and then and I'm not going to go through that more than once since it's just the same thing. Okay, now the next one is going to be F sharp. Okay. That one's a little bit tricky. I'm just going up, 4 steps on the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us our next one. The reason we do this, and you probably already realize that if you've been covering the other lessons, is because we're going to hit all the chords that way. So now we have B. Ooh, man, my guitar's a bit out of tune there. Okay, so. Got E. That one's a little bit easier to do because you can, the dots line up a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to do A. So we have there's our three D shapes. Shape 1, shape 2, and then shape 3. That one's a little bit easier to see the notes. And we go to the G. Okay, and there's our three G chords. There we go. Then we're back to the C, right back where we started. Okay, so we'll just keep that short and sweet like that. So, you know, not a whole lot to talk about that. On the minor arpeggios, I go into a little bit more detail on it, but, you know, just use those, just practice those, and you'll see the practical application of them as you're playing. You know, if you're, you know, when you're jamming, you know, try to see if you can throw those arpeggios, and they sound really nice. I mean, I really like them. You know, they sound good, and it kind of breaks you out of the pentatonic box, and just adds a little bit more spice to your playing. And you know, it just can't hurt you by knowing this stuff. And then so we've got this one. In the next video is going to be the minor arpeggios, and then after that we're going to get into some chords. So I think this will start getting to be like a little bit more fun. You know, it's still going to be, like I said, this isn't an actual course, the Johnny Smith method. It's just basically a way to catalog your chords and somehow retain all that knowledge, you know, that you know how easy it is to forget. The cool thing about this is, like, you know, if you forget about them, I've done it many times, and you come back, you know, a year later, you breeze through them, and bam, they come right back to you, okay? So that's the cool thing about this, is because it's not so much that you're memorizing, it's like you actually, when you do this, you know it, which is a difference between, you know, just something that's so fleeting. So anyways, enough said about that. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it, and feel free to subscribe. It'd be great if you did. I hope you like the videos and all that good stuff, and I'm hoping that I'm helping you out a little bit. So anyways, thank you so much, and we'll keep on jamming with this Johnny Smith stuff, and see how far we can go. Okay, have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.